Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to give you an update on what is going on with the animation unions currently as it stands. They did not reach an agreement.
Shocker.
On Friday. Yeah, they had a lot of fanfare. They had a protest, and Adam Conover's doing that kind of cringy spot talking about how it's the end of animation as Warner Brothers is like shutting down Cartoon Network, right? And so he was right. He was right. Maybe it's his fault. Maybe he ruined it. But yeah, they didn't reach an agreement. Now they're talking September. They're pushing it back. And what I personally think is going on, if you look at the other strikes in Hollywood, is I think they're using this as an opportunity. The studios are using this as an opportunity to prune projects they do not think are going to give them a return on investment, and also to kick the can down the road and be able to table a lot of animation because it's expensive.
Like they did with movies last year.
Yeah.
Shows.
Yeah. They're going to be like, yeah, okay, well, when we feel like turning the money back on, we will do it. And right now, they are not greenlighting a lot of animation. This was before the strikes. Like, there were a lot of animators on Discords and stuff that were saying they were not getting work. And I can tell you why, because again, when you've got Warner Brothers basically shutting down Cartoon Network by degrees, you've got God knows what going on with Paramount and Nickelodeon, and Disney is outsourcing more of their stuff to like Canada. Yeah, it's not looking too good. So I think they just want to save money. I think they want to save money, and they want to not greenlight any more stuff that's not going to make them money. So
pretty much. And deal with certain people.
I think that there will be an agreement. I think it will be just like SAG-AFTRA and the WGA, where fewer people, the people who are left, will probably have a better deal. But there are going to be a whole lot fewer people working in the industry. Just saying. Just be warned, guys.
But they should know that after watching what happened. I don't know what to tell you to do, though. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
I don't know.
Question. I don't know what to tell you. I'm just saying the reality is that I wish I had a solution. Start
a YouTube channel.
Start your own studio. But even
your own studio.
You're relying on yourself.
I don't know. I mean, I would tell anybody who wants to move to California to be an animator, to work in that industry, do not do it. I think it's imploding, and I think a lot of this stuff is going to be outsourced to other countries. And then there's the AI equation, and yes, these studios are going to save as much money as they can. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Yeah, woohoo if you do.
Woohoo.
So yeah, the Hollywood Reporter, the Animation Guild and studios do not reach an agreement. Add negotiating dates in September, so another month until they sit down and talk again. They said the union prioritized tackling AI and outsourcing in talks with Hollywood companies, previously set a Friday deadline to conclude the talks with AmpTip. And both of those things, the studios are going to use because they want to save money. Mm-hmm. I mean, I
think it's fun. You can't use AI or outsource. So you can only work with us, but we want the moon. They're not going to agree to it. I'm sorry.
No, and we've been kind of covering this, like they're finding out that, well, actually, this has been the case for many years. Most of the animated series in Hollywood, it's only the storyboard artists and the writers and stuff that actually work in the studio. Then they send it to like South Korea or something, or the Philippines, and have it animated cheaply. And now they might just like cut out the middleman and be like, why do we have to have you in Burbank at all? Why do we have to pay you LA wages? We could do the same thing with having a team in like Idaho or something. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. If you have the skills to do it, start your own, and then like go someplace where it's not as expensive, and then see if you can compete.
Yeah. And again, I do think that there probably will be a deal. I think it's going to come with concessions, and I think it's only going to benefit a few, just like the WGA, just like SAG-AFTRA. The union represents more than 5,000 animation workers, and the Alliance of Motion Pictures and Television Producers, AmpTip, previously allotted 1 week, ending Friday, to reach a new 3-year contract, but consensus wasn't reached by that time, according to the source. Those continued talks will be closely scrutinized by members of the animation community, with many labor negotiators calling this moment existential. This year, the labor group is prioritizing the regulation of artificial intelligence and preventing further outsourcing of LA studio work to foreign countries. These are people's dreams that they've turned into careers that could be disappearing. Not to be that guy, and this is coming from someone who draws, who likes to make things. The bean counters don't care.
No.
They don't care that it's your dream. They're going to look at the bottom line and be like, we spent $500,000 an episode on this Tumblr fanfic. Did we get a return on our investment? Yes or no? And that's it. That's what they're going to look at. And they've got 10 years to go back and be like, so much of the stuff that was greenlit at Netflix and Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon and whatever did not make a return on its investment. That's why Warner Brothers burned a bunch of it to the ground.
And they just, these people in Hollywood are just convinced that places could not make money and pay them what they want. And it's like, it's still a business. You still have to make money.
Yeah. I mean, is it depressing that you can't just do what you want to do and get paid a ridiculous amount of money to do whatever the hell you want to do? Yeah, but that's everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not limited just to the creative field. I'm sure there are lots of people that'd be like, yeah, I just want to sit on my couch all day and pick my belly button lint and get paid for it.
Yeah.
Why can't I do that? I'm like, well, because that's not how it actually works, right? Yeah, I said we really try to keep that in mind as we move into negotiations. We're fighting for the livelihoods of our membership, for our careers and our dreams. You know who hated unions a lot? Walt Disney. I'm just going to put that. I'm going to put that out there. That was Google it if you're not familiar with Walt Disney versus his animators. That was his whole mindset after that changed because he had a lot of people he considered friends picketing against him. Mm-hmm. And he was like, I don't know what else to do for you people. Now, look, there are two sides of the story, right? But basically it was like a switch was flipped in him and there was like Walt Disney pre-strike and Walt Disney after strike, and after strike, he was all business.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not making friends anymore.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I'm not making friends with these people. You work for me now. You're my employees. We're not family. You're my employees.
But anyway, back to the point. It's like, I wish I had a solution for you. The reality of the situation is current climate, animation's being cut. Current climate, they have to outsource things to other places because it's too expensive to do it, in Hollywood.
Yeah.
That's just the reality.
So
the reality is they don't have the money to pay all you what you want. So now you're going to, like you said, some people are going to get it, but then there are going to be fewer projects. Well,
look at this. And this goes along with everything we've been hearing and talking to people in the animation industry. A lot of people have not gotten enough work this year. They said complicating matters is the level of unemployment affecting the union, with layoffs hitting firms, including Netflix Animation and DreamWorks. And the period of austerity settling in industry-wide, the union has estimated that about 1/3 of its working members have been dismissed from their jobs in the past year alone.
Right. Shocker. Guys, we told you this was going to happen. And the thing is, people should be allowed to get paid. That's what makes me mad. It's a no-win situation because people deserve to be treated better. And I totally 100% agree with them about AI and stuff too. But the reality is they have the money, they have the purse strings, and they're going to do what they're going to do. And it sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah. And that's the thing. They're not greenlighting animated series. We're going to have fewer places to put them. I mean, if Cartoon Network's not greenlighting new stuff, or if they are for Max, it's going to be outsourced overseas.
Buying stuff from overseas anyway. They're bringing the shows in all the time from China, Anime. Japan, Korea.
I mean, honestly, Netflix, I hate to say this, because I think Netflix is actually really good when it comes to animation, but they could not have any Western produced animation on the platform for a year or two, and I don't think it would hurt them because I think they have so much already, and they have so much, because kids will watch the same thing over and over and over again, right?
Some kids. If it's our kids, they will.
And there's a lot of stuff that kind of sneaks under the radar because there's so much out there. Like Netflix, for a while, they had so much animated content that there's no possible way you could watch all of it. In fact, some of it I forgot existed. The Dragon Prince, they just announced they're doing
season 7. I know.
Season 7.
To watch it.
Season 7. I'm like, I remember people telling us it wasn't going to make it season 3. I'm like, it's on season 7. But I'm also like, God, we watched it. We sang the praises of it at first. And then I forgot it existed because there's so much other stuff. So you can go back and watch Dragon Prince, And people are going to go back and watch old shows It's just, I mean, this is an industry-wide problem. It's just that animation takes longer and costs more than a lot of the, the live action TV. And it is what it is. And they're not going to want to wait, 3, 4, 5 years for return on their investment. Like we give you $10 million or we give some, reality TV show $10 million. Well, we can have that in 6 months. We're going to have to wait multiple years for you to get your show done. And we don't know, if it's going to get a return or not. So yeah, I don't know. I feel bad, but I think it is a good time. If you are an independent creator, an independent animator, there are lots of other options out there, but you're going to have to stop expecting corporate America to bankroll it. Mm-hmm. You're going to have to do, I mean, it's so weird. Like a lot of these people dunk on YouTubers, but I'm like, these YouTubers, a lot of them, they started out of their bedrooms doing little animations and stuff like that. And some of them wound up with TV deals because they had to do it themselves. They didn't work their way through the system. They had to do it themselves. So it is possible, but you're going to have to give up on the idea that somebody else is going to bankroll your dream. You're going to have to make your dream come true yourself. Is that too much to...
No, but people don't want to hear that.
They don't want to hear it. But, good luck to those of you who are actually bringing it, to those of you who remain. But I think there's going to be a lot fewer people. Are we going to wrap this up?
Yep.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.